Get ready, we're diving headfirst into the biggest sports stories of the day. First up, Mike Brown is speaking out after a nail-biter win for the Knicks. Then, we're breaking down how Jalen Brunson is making a huge sacrifice on offense that could change everything for the Knicks. Next, get the inside scoop on the Washington Wizards as they prepare to face the Knicks in a pivotal matchup. And finally, a former teammate is calling out Karl-Anthony Towns in a major way. You don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-Pack Screen Protector Plus 3-Pack Camera Lens Protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Knicks barely escape Brooklyn. Coach Brown admits he was outcoached. The New York Knicks secured a razor-thin 93-92 victory over the Brooklyn Nets, but head coach Mike Brown wasn't celebrating. He openly admitted that his team was outplayed and outcoached, particularly by Nets player Jordy, and that the Nets' physicality disrupted their game from the start. It's a recurring theme for the Knicks, who started flat and fell behind by 13 points in the first half, looking more like the struggling Nets than a team vying for home court advantage. Despite a second-half rally and building a 14-point lead, Brooklyn stormed back with a 17-0 run. Clutch shots from Jalen Brunson and crucial free throws from Karl-Anthony Towns ultimately sealed the win, but Brown stressed the need for a better early performance as the postseason approaches. Fans and analysts are discussing the Knicks' tendency to start slow, questioning if they can maintain their winning streak against tougher playoff opponents. The close call against a struggling Nets team has sparked debates about their readiness for the championship run. But can the Knicks truly contend if they keep digging themselves into holes? And what does this mean for Karl-Anthony Towns, facing new challenges from former teammates? Jalen Brunson's playmaking evolution, a star's sacrifice for team success. New York Knicks guard Jalen Brunson, already an elite scorer averaging over 26 points per game, has been making a remarkable shift in his game since the All-Star break. He's subtly sacrificing some of his own scoring to become a more potent facilitator, averaging an impressive 9.6 assists over his last 10 games. This evolution comes as he faces increased defensive pressure and double teams, forcing him to adapt and become a primary playmaker. Head coach Mike Brown's philosophy of rapid ball movement seems to be resonating with Brunson, who is now actively looking to involve teammates like Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, and has been instrumental in Karl-Anthony Towns' resurgence. While Brunson will undoubtedly still be called upon to carry the scoring load in crucial moments, this increased playmaking is fueling the Knicks' 5-game winning streak and their pursuit of a third consecutive 50-win season. The big question remains, can this adaptive playstyle translate to playoff success? Supporters are praising Brunson's unselfishness, seeing it as a sign of true leadership and a key factor in the Knicks' current winning streak. Analysts are dissecting how this new dimension to his game makes the Knicks a more dangerous and unpredictable opponent. But is this sacrifice enough to overcome the league's best in the playoffs? And speaking of challenges, a former teammate is putting Karl-Anthony Towns on blast. Wizards vs. Knicks, betting lines and predictions for Sunday's showdown. The struggling Washington Wizards, with a 16-54 record, are set to face the formidable New York Knicks, 46-25, at Madison Square Garden. Fresh off a tough loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder, where they failed to cover the spread, the Wizards have endured a brutal 15-game losing streak, frequently conceding over 130 points. Meanwhile, the Knicks are riding a 5-game winning streak, including a narrow 93-92 victory over the Brooklyn Nets, where they narrowly avoided a cover as heavy favorites. Historically, the Knicks have dominated this season series, winning both previous matchups convincingly. Betting experts are leaning towards the Knicks covering a significant spread of minus 19.5, citing their superior ATS record and recent head-to-head success against Washington. The over on 226.5 total points is also a strong consideration, given the Wizards' recent defensive struggles and the Knicks' offensive capabilities. However, bettors are advised to approach the heavy spread with caution, as covering nearly 20 points is always a risky proposition. Betting communities are buzzing about the high potential for the over, given the Wizards' porous defense and the Knicks' ability to score in bunches. Analysts are weighing the Knicks' dominant record against the Wizards' desperation to break their losing streak. Will the Knicks continue their dominance over the Wizards, or can Washington pull off a massive upset? And what happens when a former teammate directly challenges Karl-Anthony Towns? Minot challenges Towns, he don't like physicality. Karl-Anthony Towns, despite his recent All-Star nod and contributions to the New York Knicks' strong season, is facing criticism from an unexpected source. Former teammate Josh Minot of the Brooklyn Nets. Following the Knicks' narrow 93-92 victory over the Nets, Minot, who played with Towns for 2.5 years on the Minnesota Timberwolves, directly addressed Towns' performance. Minot asserted that Towns don't like physicality, suggesting that the Nets' aggressive defense, which included relentless pressure around the rim, exploited this perceived weakness. While Towns still managed a strong stat line with 26 points and 15 rebounds, including crucial free throws, Minot's comments highlight a potential vulnerability that opponents might seek to exploit. Minot also expressed his intense desire to beat the Knicks, emphasizing the significance of the rivalry and his belief in the Nets' emerging talent. Nets fans are embracing Minot's bold challenge, seeing it as a sign of the team's growing confidence and competitive spirit. Knicks supporters, however, are debating whether Minot's words will motivate Towns or serve as a distraction. Can Karl-Anthony Towns prove his former teammate wrong and shake off the dislike for physicality? And that's just a taste of the action. We've got more coming up in our lightning round recap. That's a wrap on another electrifying news update. We saw Mike Brown admit he was outcoached in a tight Knicks win, Jalen Brunson making waves with his playmaking sacrifice, and the betting lines are set for the Wizards vs. Knicks showdown. Plus, Karl-Anthony Towns faced a direct challenge from a former teammate. Don't miss a single second of the action. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more breaking news, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Drop a comment with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you next time.